Welcome back to the Sovereign Ratio. Today we're going to talk about a token on Cardano called Paribus, a 100x gem for the next bull run or another flop token. Let's take a look. Before we get started, please leave a like on the video and a comment and subscribe to the channel. So Paribus, a pretty low cap token on the Cardano network that is mainly focused in the DeFi space and has made some other improvements in recent months that we'll talk about briefly later. However, right now it's pretty important to note what it is. Paribus is a DeFi protocol aimed at connecting the ability to exchange NFTs and other digital assets besides just the tokens across networks, under the general thought pattern that if something has value, it can be traded. If something can be traded, then Paribus can assist with trading in the digital realm. Some of said digital assets include smart contract insurance policies, music, crypto collectibles, and domain names. It also offers NFT collateral-based loans. It works within the metaverse. Also to note, Paribus can be staked with a MetaMask wallet as long as you have the asset in MetaMask. You can stake it directly on the paribus.io site. I also want to note that I am not trying to shill Paribus in any way. I'm simply explaining the features that it offers. And some of those here are like cheap transactions, high throughput, flourishing dApp system, according to the website anyway, and security and reliability for high value transfers. Again, crypto projects want to sound as good as they possibly can to attract investors, retail and institutional both. Another thing about the chain is that they're kind of promoting chain agnosticism as far as the token is on Cardano, but I think the goal is interoperability, being chain agnostic to help everybody do these NFT liquidity protocols across any blockchain. And as is the case with most tokens, it allows holders of the token to vote on protocol guidance. So that's all great, but what are the tokenomics? So at least on CoinGecko, Paribus is sitting at rank 1160. If we go over to coin market cap, it's significantly different. It says 1689 by market cap. So regardless, it is a high risk token. It's low in the market cap rankings. And with big risk comes big reward, and with big risk comes big losses. So take that into consideration when looking at this. But we're going to look at CoinGecko because I find it easier to read. Circulating supply is just under 6 billion tokens. Total supply is 9.2 billion tokens, and max supply is 10 billion tokens. So according to this, the majority of it has been unlocked, with the exception of 718 million or so. Looking at this right here tells us that out of those 9.2 billion, there are 1 billion in the Paribus ecosystem, 1.17 belonging to the Paribus Foundation, 262 million in the advisor reserve, and 890 million investing contracts, reducing the circulating supply to 5.9 billion. Good news is the majority of it's unlocked, so there's not a whole lot of surprises there as far as just a tremendous amount of supply coming into the market and driving the price down. So there's that. But again, a very low cap coin. Market cap here says $5.8 million, which is very low. Here it says $489,000. Okay, so I'm actually not gonna look at coin market cap for this one. We're gonna use CoinGecko. So $5.8 million, that seems perfectly correct to me, or close to correct. If we look at the markets, where can you get it? KuCoin, again, great place to get stuff. Uniswap and Gate.io. I've never heard of Wing Riders. I'm not even sure what that is. So it looks like it can be exchanged directly for ADA, or PBX to ADA pair there on Wing Riders, whatever that is. But KuCoin, if you're looking for an exchange, that's really the place to go. If you're looking for a decentralized exchange, Uniswap is the place to go. I'm not a Gate.io fan, but it is there if you're interested. Looking at the Twitter space for recent announcements and news, it looks like Mainnet version 1 for Paribus dropped on May 31st, very recently, which generally would have some sort of bullish effect, you would think. We'll look at price in a little bit and see what happened. But this is basically a functional version of Paribus from what I'm reading here, allowing NFT collateralized loans and such. I also found a recent blog article for Paribus that does have some good news for those that see this as a high-risk play, which it is a high-risk play. They noted here the additional funding of $700,000 we recently attracted not only extends our runway by a further 24 months, but also demonstrates the strong fundamentals of our project. While we strive to be transparent and open within our community, there are certain commercially sensitive factors that we cannot disclose publicly. I'm guessing what they're not wanting to disclose is who the investor was that gave them $700,000. The good news is they're stating that their operations can be sustained for a further 24 months, which what happens in about 24 months? Well, if it goes to plan, we would have a bull run in 24 months, probably toward the end of the bull run after the Bitcoin halving, about a year after the Bitcoin halving. So that is good. Perhaps this may be the 100x gym we're looking for. Who knows? I don't know. Nobody knows. But they're funded for another 24 months. Another thing to note here is Paribus does say that they have a new advisor that they're very excited about and has an impressive background, and they will reveal details of that later next month. And also, they are diligently working on the NFT lending side of their website. So all that's great and everything, but what you're all here for anyway is, Jonathan, what's the price going to be? Well, unfortunately, I can't tell you what the price is going to be. What I can tell you is this is a high-risk token that I personally hold, which should have no relevance on your decision whether you hold it or not. But we're going to look at the price here and just kind of see what it's done on the weekly chart. You know, back in 2021, during the bull run, we hit 4.2 cents per token. We drew down, I'm not going to be 100% accurate on that, but that is 98.5% essentially. 98.5% drawdown. We're currently trading under a tenth of a cent. We are at 0.00009926, just approaching a tenth of a cent as far as price is concerned. So taking that current price and running it back up to a previous all-time high, that's a 45x. Which on a token this low in the market cap, if it were to succeed and it were to attract attention and be functionally useful within the cryptoverse, then that's a possibility. You know, in a bull run, things can go much more than 46x. But it's somewhat going to the altcoin casino. You know, this is something that's very speculative, probably shouldn't invest a lot of capital in, but you might be the one you're looking for. I personally think it could be, so that's why I hold some. But let's go ahead and look at a bull market scenario. If this token worked out and the bull market happened when we think it is, so on and so forth. I'm going to run the reverse fib here down to, let's just use current price and just go from there. Current price action, the 1618, which is my favorite number, is sitting at 6.77 cents. In a very aggressive bull market with a successful token with something this low cap, you could easily see something hit the 2618 or the 3618. For me, I like the big even number of 10 cents. So just short of the 2618. I think 15 cents is way too high, but let's just run the price here. That would be to 10, just let's go to 10 cents. The 10 cents, that would be a 140x. At the 10 cent mark in a bull run, that's where I would be exiting my position. I would be totally happy with a 140x. If I only have $1,000 in it, that's $141,000. I'm either going to lose $1,000 or I'm going to make some cash. So you need to make that decision for you. But that is just what I see. Now, on the converse of that, let's go to the daily chart. It could fall down another 98% from where it is right now. It's currently below its 9-month EMA. By far. It's below the bull market support band by far. So it's below the 200-day simple moving average by far. You know, it could fall another 98%. It could come down here and go, you know, 0.00001. You just never know with these things. But anyway, my opinion is that's not going to happen, but who knows? So in the short term, let's look at some indicators here just on the daily chart, see what we're looking at. We do have stochastic. The K line is starting to point up, indicating that momentum may be coming into the market. We have RSI is just kind of sitting in the neutral area here. MACD is just kind of hanging out close to the zero line, not really doing anything. Currently, the histogram shows money flow in, but could be slowly draining out as well. BBWP doesn't really matter on this time frame. Let's go to the weekly where things really matter. Now on the weekly chart, this looks a little bit more promising, right? We do have a weekly stochastic K crossing up the D, which indicates momentum coming into the asset. We have seen that before, like in this instance here, where we had a cross up and it just went up a little bit, came right back down. Same thing here. We had a cross up, came right back down. But that was in the year-long bear market, which we generally accept is around a year. We're past that point now. We're trying to recover, go sideways, and see what happens from here. We may see another drop in the market. Who knows? I would actually expect another drop in the market, especially with the looming recession and the Bitcoin halving. There's usually a big drop with the Bitcoin halving. But that being said, we do have a stochastic cross. We could see a pump. If it was a small pump, it could be a pump up here to 0.002. Which still, in a market like this, 0.002, that is a 100% gain. So nothing wrong with that. Take your 100%, get out, and wait for the Bitcoin halving and buy more. It's up to you. Throw $100, do whatever you want to do. But that's what I'm looking at on TA. So if you found this video useful, leave me a comment, leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. I look forward to talking with you, replying to your comments, looking to grow the channel as quickly as possible. I enjoy making this stuff, and eventually we will reach out into other areas like psychology, perhaps even dating, things like that. But right now we're focusing on crypto. So thanks for coming by. Have a good weekend and safe trading. We'll see you.